Imagine, if you will, a whisper that has been echoing for centuries, bouncing off the gnarled bark of ancient olive trees. Now consider this. Every olive tree is a silent historian, a steadfast observer of the shifting sands of time. These trees, some living for over 1,000 years, have stood as silent witnesses to the rise and fall of civilizations, the birth and death of ideas, the ebb and flow of human progress. They've seen the joy of harvests, the despair of droughts, the fury of wars, and the hope of peace. The olive tree isn't just a plant, it's a symbol, a metaphor, a living testament to our shared past. Across different cultures and through various eras, it's been revered as a symbol of peace, wisdom, glory, fertility, power, and pureness. So begins our journey into the echoes of olives, the unheard whispers of history. Olive trees, with their gnarled trunks and evergreen leaves, are much more than just silent spectators. They are the silent historians of our world, standing as living testament to the ebb and flow of civilizations past and present, never missing a beat. Let's turn the pages back, shall we? Picture ancient Greece, where olive oil was not just a kitchen staple but a currency of wealth and power, a liquid gold, if you will. It was used to anoint kings and athletes, fuel lamps, and even as a form of body cleanser. The olive branch, a symbol of peace and victory, was often depicted in the hands of deities and heroes. Now let's fast forward to the Roman Empire. The Romans, never once to be outdone, took the cultivation of olives to new heights. They developed advanced irrigation and pressing techniques, turning olive oil into a significant export commodity. Throughout the ages, the olive tree has been revered, not just for its tangible benefits, but also for its symbolic significance. Its roots delve deep into the cultural soils of many civilizations. A symbol of wisdom in ancient Greece, a peaceful dove carrying an olive branch in biblical stories, and a sign of resilience in the arid landscapes of the Mediterranean. These symbolic interpretations aren't just idle musings. They've woven their way into our art, literature, and mythology, influencing how we perceive and interact with the world. Think of the olive branches in Picasso's Peace, the wisdom of Athena symbolized by an olive tree in Greek mythology, or the resilience of olive trees continuing to bear fruit in war-torn regions. These symbols carry timeless wisdom, speaking to us of peace in times of conflict, resilience in the face of adversity, and wisdom in moments of confusion. The echoes of olives, then, are not just historical but also cultural and spiritual. 87 years ago, on a battlefield scarred by the echoes of war, the Irish poet Charlie Donnelly met his fate. His final words, "Even the olives are bleeding," resonate through time, a poetic testament to the cost of conflict and the enduring spirit of humanity. But who was Charlie Donnelly? Why did an Irish poet find himself on a Spanish battlefield? And how do his last words challenge us to view the world differently? Donnelly wasn't just a poet, he was a fighter, an intellectual who believed in the power of words and the necessity of action. His journey from the Emerald Isles of Ireland to the sun-scorched land of Spain was driven by a fervent desire to stand against oppression. On the blood-soaked soil of Jarama, amidst the fury of gunfire and the clamour of fallen comrades, Donnelly's poetic soul witnessed the paradox of beauty and brutality. His parting words, "Even the olives are bleeding," weren't just a lament. They were a poignant observation of nature entwined with human strife. But why olives? These ancient trees, symbols of peace and wisdom, stood as silent witnesses to the turmoil around them. In Donnelly's eyes, even these bastions of serenity couldn't escape the scars of war. It was as if nature itself grieved the folly of men. The whispers of olives trees teach us resilience, patience, and the importance of roots. They remind us of the interconnectedness of life, the ripple effects of our actions, and the universal longing for peace. They remind us that history is not just in books, but in the bark, the leaves, the very olives themselves. We invite you to ponder on this, share your own olive tree stories, and join us in our journey of discovery. May the echoes of olives continue to inspire, educate, and remind us of our shared heritage. Until next time, keep listening to the whispers of history.